miss the biggest nights in MMA.
We are now set for the main event.
There's all to play for, which is so exciting. These teams have to come in here and give it their all.
Have a real nice tempo. Goes baseline, watch out.
Oh, my!
Oh, baby! All the way down the runway for a big-time throwdown.
That's a lot of fans out there.
Look at that! The drama keeps continuing, Jenny.
This is just brilliant.
He strikes. Starts as you mean to go on.
But this is the danger of the top two guys, and that nuclear weapon that is.
Whoa, hello, goodbye. Score! In the back of the net. And shoots, score!
Of Serie A action. We'll bring you so much of it here on DAZN.
Magnificent. That is tremendous.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Going deep for it all. Devontae Smith. He has got it. Touchdown.
Your Eagles are world champions again.
DAZN is the home of boxing.
Really spurs you on, gets you going.
Let's make history. Pure power. There's no way back from this, surely.
The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
This is the moment the world has been waiting for. The judges are ready, the fighters are ready, the boxing world is ready.
The fight starts now! How do you like it?
So aggressive, so focused.
It all comes down to this. Press conference live on DAZN.
We have witnessed some of the most incredible fight nights over the years, and the sport has delivered some of the greatest spectacles. But on May the 23rd, we could very well have a boxing extravaganza that tops them all.
Oleksandr Usyk, the genius of modern boxing. What a performance! What a statement!
In May, we head to Egypt, but before that, we're in London for the official launch press conference for Glory in Giza. As boxing's pound-for-pound #1, Oleksandr Usyk takes on undisputed kickboxing king Rico Verhoeven. Hello, a very warm welcome to the Pelican here in Canary Wharf. What an intriguing press conference we have coming away this afternoon, and an incredible backdrop it is set to be on May the 23rd. I'm delighted to say, here in the studio, a man that knows just what it's like to share a ring with Oleksandr Usyk, doing that back in 2018. We'll get stuck into that in just a mo. And a man who has spent many years in camp with the pound-for-pound star. It is Malik Scott. Good to see you both.
Good to see you as well. Thank you.
Well, Oleksandr Usyk has said, hasn't he, that he has 3 more fights before he hung at the gloves. Is this one a bit of a curveball, though, Tony?
I don't think any of us have seen it coming, but he's at a stage in his career where he's entitled to pick whatever he wants. And this guy has defeated everybody who's been of any threat or has been of any kind of profile or who's carried the division for many years. He's defeated them. So he's at a stage now where he's got a well right to choose what he wants to do.
I was speaking to Peter Fury, who is training Rico Verhoeven early on this afternoon. And he very much thinks everyone is sleeping on this fight. He thinks Rico is a real threat to Oleksandr Usyk. What do you think, Malik?
I think concerning size and him being familiar with combat sports, yes, as far as that he may be a threat, but as far as technicalities of boxing, this is a whole new world over here, and he's going to find that very early. He's not in with a top 20 guy. He's in with a generational talent, considering that's what Oleksandr Usyk is. So I would feel a little bit different about his chances if it wasn't Usyk that he's going against, but he's going against one of the most gifted fighters of all time.
Exactly, and Oleksandr Usyk is not going to be a fighter that overlooks anyone, really, is he? He just doesn't really have that in him. Well, you know all too well what it is like to share a ring with Oleksandr Usyk. I said at the top, we're going to go back there, Tony, 2018. You had a good few rounds, though. You did have a good few rounds.
Great. Thank you.
What's he like? I mean,
he's exceptional. I went in with a game plan, and the game plan was going perfect. Short counters, draw them in, counter his lead, make him reach as much as you possibly can, make him miss as much as you can, then counter with right hands like that. But what I didn't foresee is getting tired. And at the start of round 8, I was at
I love this. You can't see this now, but the big man, Oleksandr Usyk, has just come into the studio to greet Tony right on cue. Right on cue. Oleksandr Usyk.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry.
That's okay. We were just Oleksandr.
He can do what he wants,
Sasha.
We were just talking about your fight.
Later. Okay. I'm back.
I love that.
He's a maverick. He's a one-off. He's the unicorn. Yes, he is the one-off. That I can't explain him.
One of the things you've always said about when you're in the ring with him, it's not necessarily the sort of the physical side of things. It's the mental. It's the footwork. It keeps you guessing.
He exhausted me. And the plan was going perfectly for me. At the end of round 7, I'm ahead on 2 judges' scorecards and I'm drawn on 1 judge's scorecard. But what I didn't foresee was exhaustion levels. In camp, I was perfect. Dave Caldwell got me in the best shape of my career. I felt absolutely wonderful in camp.
You had abs?
I did have abs at cruiserweight, which has never happened before, never happened since. They left me that day and they've never came back since. But in camp, I was perfect. And as I said, Dave Caldwell's an amazing coach who had a great game plan. It's just I didn't foresee getting tired. And make no mistake about it, he made me tired. This wasn't... He's the only fighter I ever fought where I've gone, he's just better than me. I never faced a guy in my whole career and thought you were better than me. I lost to Adonis Stevenson, yes. I defeated everybody I faced besides 2 men, Adonis Stevenson and Oleksandr Usyk, both Ring Magazine champions. And with the Stevenson, I knew 12 stone 7 was too much. But with Usyk, he was just better than me. And I've never experienced that before in my career. And when he was in the ring with him and he was attacking and he was on me, I just thought, wow. And then, as I said to Malik before, he said, Tony, you hit it so well, I didn't know you was tired. I didn't know where, I don't remember going out for round 8. I was that tired. Like, my nan would have knocked me out in round 8. but he made me that tired. And that's why I give him so much credit, because the short steps, the elusiveness, everything about him.
It's the small things, isn't it, that you don't necessarily see. Malik, you know just what it's like to be in camp with him.
Yeah.
What are the other bits, the extras that he does that makes him so brilliant?
Well, to piggyback right off of what Tony was saying was, Tony is winning the fight, and he's getting to that point in the 7th round of feeling exhausted. So you can imagine, what about guys that's not even fights where they're winning? Imagine how they're feeling. So that means after 3 or 4 rounds, these guys are feeling exhausted, not just physically, but mentally as well. It's so many different attributes to this man's game that, like, Rico gets the credit for coming over in this sport and challenging, but I really could see Usyk having one of the best performances of his career.
We can just see on that graphic as well, Usyk, been there, done it all, undisputed at cruiserweight, undisputed at heavyweight too, taking on Rico, who in the kickboxing world has done it all as well, but it's a very different story crossing over. How do you think he will fare?
Listen, I think this is a huge task. It's a momentous task. It's huge, it's ginormous. But he does have some advantages. He has size, he has strength, he's a really good athlete. The only worry I have for Rico is there's nothing that Oleksandr Usyk can't do. And I speak about this in multiple ways. This guy bullied a guy who's 6'9" and 20-odd stone in Tyson Fury. This guy went toe-to-toe with Daniel Dubois and bullied him and outfought him and made him stop. This guy outthought and outfought Anthony Joshua, a guy who's bigger and stronger and possibly even quicker than him. And each time he adapts and adjusts, no matter what is put in front of Oleksandr Usyk, he figures it out and he finds a way. I've never seen a fighter in the history of the sport who is able to adapt on fight night the way he does.
He's got A, B, C, D, E, F game plan, isn't he?
Maybe Sugar Ray Leonard, maybe Sugar Ray Robinson are the only two I've seen who are able to adapt and adjust on the job. And it's not adapting and adjusting on the job against the journeyman, Anna.
Yeah.
It's against elite fighters, and I don't see that.
Now, the WBC title is on the line. The stakes are incredibly high in this fight. I'm interested to know your thoughts on this, Malik. If you were the likes of, let's say, Ajit Kabayel or Fabio Wardley, how would you be feeling that title, that Rico is getting a shot? Let's just look at the heavyweight rankings there. You can see Fabio Wardley number 1, Ajit Kabayel number 2. Surely there would be frustration coming in there for those two.
Yes, I can understand their frustration, but also I will hope that they have a form of transparency for themselves. Look at Oleksandr Usyk for what he is and what he has done. And when you do that and compare it to what the other top heavyweights have done, meaning got fights like this, Oleksandr Usyk deserved, you could say, a fight like this where, yeah, there's a lot on the line, but it's a really give me for him, all depending on how he performed. He deserved it just as much as Anthony Joshua, as Tyson Fury. He's beat everybody. It don't get no more deserving for a fight like this than Oleksandr.
Not if you beat Fury. He doesn't think it is a give me at all. I can tell you that now. I'm fascinated to hear from him later on.
Do you know what, Anna? I think you're right, but and Peter's a really good coach. One of the most honourable men I've met in boxing and I've had the luxury of spending time with. But this is a fight where Oleksandr Usyk, when you look at them resumes and them records on that list, he is the one fighter who's defeated them all.
Yep.
And let's not forget, he's defeated everybody in their own backyards. He's gone to your place. He's gone to your weight division.
Done it on the road.
And he's done it all the way his own way. He's entitled to pick what he wants to do now. And make no mistake, Rico is not a pushover. Rico is, like I said before, he's a fighting man. He's a strong guy.
He's a puncher.
He's a puncher. He spends a lot of time in Peter Fury's gym sparring the likes of the Furies. He spends a lot of time sparring various fights all around the world. But one thing he hasn't done is been in with a mind like Oleksandr Usyk. Well, that's what he hasn't done.
Let's put it into context. He's had one professional boxing bout, and that was 12 years ago. For Oleksandr Usyk, it was last July we saw him against Daniel Dubois, and he was in absolutely flying form, devastating form.
He bullies the bully.
Yeah.
Yes, he was. And you can't forget, not only that, Oleksandr Usyk can take a shot, too. Usually guys that's getting these type of results against big guys, people are always saying, well, can they take it in return? He's not getting out of these fights unscathed. Joshua cracked him.
Fury cracked him.
Yeah. Dubois cracked him. Tony Bellew was cracking him. But he comes back because he has a great chin. And we can't go around that. So, yeah, Rico is big, Rico is tough, and coming from the other way, but it doesn't matter because once you get close, you won't be able to do the type of damage you think you're going to be able to do because his punch resistance is pretty well.
No fighter, Anna, can maintain the work rate. No fighter can maintain the whole package of what he's bringing to the table. They just can't keep with him. They either get tired or they either get gun shy or something happens to these guys after a certain amount of time in the ring with him, and he does it to everybody he faces.
That's what makes it so intriguing, though, doesn't it? It is a stacked undercard coming away on May the 23rd. Let's just have a look to see how it is shaping up then. We have the Ring Magazine's Female Fighter of the Year, Mizuki Hiruta, who defends her WBO Super Flyweight strap against Mai Solomon. Frank Sanchez takes on the undefeated American southpaw in Richard Torres Jr. Jack Catterall and Shakram Gyasov face off in a mouth-watering welterweight contest. And then the vacant WBO super middleweight title is on the line when Hamza Shiraz takes on German Alan Begic. And of course, it is the main event, the one we have been talking about, that fascinating clash between pound-for-pound star Oleksandr Usyk and the kickboxing king, Rico Verhoeven. Right, well, it looks like they are ready and waiting to go. So let's hand you over to Hall of Fame MC Michael Buffer to talk us through proceedings.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official launch press conference for Glory in Giza on May 23rd of this year, live at the Pyramids of Giza, Egypt, exclusively worldwide on DAZN, the Bible of Boxing, Ring Magazine, Sella, Matchroom Boxing, and Ready to Fight will proudly present an evening of world-class professional boxing for your entertainment, with the main event being 12 rounds of boxing for the universally recognized Heavyweight Championship of the World, sanctioned by the World Boxing Council, and as always, special thanks to His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. Now behind me we have a distinguished panel. The CEO of the Bible of Boxing Ring Magazine, Rick Reno. For Matchroom Boxing Chairman Eddie Hearn. For Team Verhoeven, Manager Karim Eria, Coach Peter Fury. And for Team Usyk, Coach Jakub Chiki. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, let's meet the warriors who will step into that ring as the sun sets on the pyramids in Egypt. Ladies and gentlemen, first, he stands 6'5" and he fights at a weight of 270 pounds. As a kickboxer, he has 66 victories, including 13 World Championship victories in title fights. Representing the Netherlands, he's the Glory Heavyweight World Champion, the Prince of Kickboxing, recognized as one of the most accomplished combat sports athletes in the world, undefeated in 10 years, the challenger, Rico Verhoeven. And his opponent, 2012 Olympic gold medalist who captured that Olympic gold right here in this city, London. Now, as a professional, a perfect record, 24 fights, 24 victories, 15 big wins by knockout, representing the sovereign nation of Ukraine, the former undefeated, undisputed cruiserweight world champion, and the reigning and defending undefeated, universally recognized heavyweight champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk. And ladies and gentlemen, let me turn it over right now to our host. He's the recent SJA One to Watch Award winner, Mr. Jamie Ward.
Thank you very much, Michael. I'm not sure who added that SJA bit in, but it means a lot coming from the greatest Mr. Michael Buffer in the house. And when Michael Buffer is in the house, that is when we know we have something iconic and special to bring you all and preview in the mad old world of professional boxing. And how about this? May 23rd, the Ring magazine proudly presents Glory in Giza, Usyk versus Rico for the WBC World Heavyweight Championship. And when you look at Ring magazine, just in the last year, we've been spoiled, haven't we, really, in terms of the iconic nights, the brilliant fights in so many brilliant venues around the world that we have been treated to. You take yourself back just to last year, the two iconic contests at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium here in London between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn. Across the pond, a sold-out Madison Square Garden for Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. Also, of course, in the Big Apple, we've even had a boxing ring plonked in the middle of the iconic Times Square. But in terms of history-making, groundbreaking, this is perhaps the most impressive yet, because Usyk versus Rico on May 23rd takes place in the shadow of the Great Pyramids, Giza, in Egypt. Two kings collide from different disciplines at the very top of their craft. The king of boxing is back, a two-weight, three-time undisputed world champion, the return of the great Oleksandr Usyk. And in the opposite corner, a fellow king of his own respective craft, a man who knows, just like Usyk, exactly what it takes to reach the top, to challenge, face and beat the very best, and not only that, remain at the top of the sport for many years. Of course, the king of kickboxing himself, Rico Verhoeven. And one thing, even though this might be a matchup that not a lot of us maybe saw coming, I think even for Oleksandr Usyk And for Rico, if you'd have told him about this 12 months ago, they might have been a little bit surprised. But there is nothing quite like the unpredictability and sheer drama of heavyweight boxing, and I have no doubt we'll all be tuning in to find out exactly what is going to happen in this one on the 23rd of May, live exclusively on the global home of the sport, right here on DAZN. Before we hear from the fighters and the rest of the panel here this evening, we are going to hear from two very important figures of two representations have made everything possible and brought this very special event to life. Of course, promoter Eddie Hearn, a familiar face, chairman of Matchroom Sport, and, in case you had forgot, Mr. Versace himself, Rick Reno, CEO of Ring Magazine. Rick, let me come straight into you. Of course, when you look at what the Ring Magazine, I just reeled off a few there of some of the special nights we've had so far on DAZN, Rick, but talk about this one. Usyk versus Rico, the Pyramids of Giza. Is this the best one yet? How on earth did we get here? Tell us more about it.
First, I want to thank everyone in attendance for coming out to support this event. I mean, this is going to be an absolute spectacle. You got the king of heavyweight boxing against the king of heavyweight kickboxing. Two legacies, two guys who are at the top of their game, one-on-one at the Pyramids in Giza, Egypt. It's almost like a fantasy that's going to come to life. I mean, I know a lot of people have said that Usyk is a big, overwhelming favorite, but, you know, let's be honest, he would be a big, overwhelming favorite against anybody right now. Any heavyweight you name in the sport, he would be an overwhelming favorite. I think Rico presents a very dangerous challenge. He's built up a very big legacy for himself in kickboxing. He's a legend. They call him the king of kickboxing. And he's not going to make himself look bad or embarrass himself by getting into a fight where he's not utterly confident of victory. And he wants to challenge himself. He said he took this fight to challenge himself. He wanted the very best in boxing, and he's getting the very best. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, undefeated against an opponent who's been undefeated for over a decade. I expect a lot of action. It's going to be some type of scene to see a match going on before, right in front of the Pyramids. I've seen a couple of AI mock-ups, and it looks unbelievable. You know, it doesn't look like something that's going to be reality, but Ring Magazine and our boss, His Excellency, we bring things like this to life.
Thank you, Rick. I'm sure we'll be hearing from you a little bit later on in the press conference. Let's hear a word from promoter Eddie Hearn. Eddie, you've worked with Oleksandr Usyk quite a few times as his promoter. He's broken your heart on a few occasions as well. And just choose your words carefully here, because Rico Verhoeven's a big man and he is in touching distance of you right now, Eddie Hearn. But what are the big questions here that you have in your mind about this matchup?
Be careful, bratan.
I know. Don't forget, I was in your training camp 2 weeks ago. Now I'm sitting next to Rico. Ah, yes. Firstly, thanks, Jamie. Congratulations on your award.
Thank you, Eddie.
Almost an air of arrogance to that opening speech. Now you're an award winner, but it's going to be interesting in your negotiations moving forward. But absolutely. We want to thank everybody for attending today. Off the back of an incredible event on Saturday, this is something completely different. When we were asked to be involved promotionally in this event, the team, everybody looked at, like Rick said, the AI imagery of what we're about to see. And I think people tuned in around the world on DAZN really won't think this is true. You're about to see a show, the World Heavyweight Championship, staged at the foot of the Pyramids in Egypt. It's going to be something that's never been done before. And as good and as thrilling as this fight is, I think we should also just briefly talk about the undercard as well. Hamza Shiraz goes for the super middleweight world championship on the card. Another brilliant heavyweight clash that will decide Oleksandr Usyk's mandatory with the IBF in Torres against Sanchez, and also the world welterweight title on the line. Two of our guys, Jack Catterall against Shakram Giasov, a brilliant, brilliant fight. In terms of this one, I'm sitting next to the man, so I've got to be a little bit careful. But I said to him down there, I'm going to have to tell the world, you are crazy. This guy is crazy. I mean, he signed up to fight Anthony Joshua. Unfortunately, you know, after the tragedy, that fight didn't take place, and then he signed straight up to fight Oleksandr Usyk. But what that tells you, he has a huge amount of confidence and a huge amount of belief. He has a great training team. He has Peter Fury, who knows heavyweight boxing inside out. And what he has is dynamite in both hands, and hands like shovels as well. But he is fighting, in my opinion, not just the pound-for-pound #1, but one of the greatest fighters across any generation in sport. Oleksandr Usyk is one of a kind that I think we've never, ever seen before. I think we should appreciate him while he's here. And now you have the pound-for-pound king of boxing against the pound-for-pound king of kickboxing. It's going to be an incredible event. It's heavyweight boxing, and anything can happen. As I said, this man's got a pyramid to climb on May 23rd against one of the all-time greats. But something tells me with a look in his eye, he's coming to win. He believes he can win, and we'll see if he can do maybe the impossible on what will be a night that I think boxing fans will never forget in Giza in Egypt on May the 23rd, live on DAZN.
Oleksandr, do you remember when Eddie Hearn said you were too small to be a heavyweight boxer?
Sorry.
Do you remember when Eddie Hearn said you were too small to succeed at heavyweight? I just remember, have you taken that back now, Eddie, that statement?
I don't think that was...
Yeah, Eddie Hearn, true. I'm very small, but I beat him two times.
Yeah.
Eddie.
Oleksandr, it is wonderful to see you back. Oh, sorry, go on.
Eddie joking.
He's kidding. He's kidding. It's wonderful to see you back, Oleksandr. I think the boxing world...
I'm really small, but size doesn't matter.
No.
I thought, yeah. It's just training. Hard training and good pasta.
Good pasta?
Yes, good pasta, double portion. Yeah, it's magic, my helping.
Your fuel?
Yes.
Your fuel?
Yeah.
How does it feel? We are very happy to see you back. I think boxing smiles when they see the name Usyk on a poster. But being here again, Oleksandr, on the big stage, how does it feel for you to be back once again?
I feel good. Listen, hi everyone. I'm very glad to be here. I'm very happy back in UK. You know, I missed a little bit. 6 months, yeah, last time. Thank you so much. Thank you, organization who do this. Thank you, Rico. Thank you, Rico team. For me, it's a challenge. A lot of people say, why you choose not a boxer? It's a great guy. It's a dangerous guy. You know, please, one time I wanna do what I want, not what need, because a lot of time I do what need another people, and you have to boxing like this, you must boxing like this. I say, okay. Now I do what I need. Thank you so much.
We'll come back to you in just a moment, Oleksandr. Rico, welcome. Big smiles from you so far since the fight has been announced. Eddie Hearn says you're crazy. I just wonder, in your mind, what does all this mean to you, Rico, a man who's mastered his kickboxing craft, to be sharing the boxing ring with Oleksandr Usyk, with an opportunity for yourself, let's not forget, to become world heavyweight champion? Just tell us what this all means to you, Rico, and why.
Yeah, 100%. Like you said, all smiles, because what an opportunity we have to upset the world and write history. And exactly what Eddie said. Are you crazy? I think to be the very best at what you're doing, you have to be a little bit crazy. And I think that's not just me. I think that's in every vertical and every discipline. You do something, you have to be a little bit crazy and obsessed with what you're doing. And that's what I am. What I do to the point perfect. I do to perfection. In my vision, I love it, I enjoy it, I do it with so much passion, and I'm crazy excited to be here. yeah, super thankful for the opportunity that Oleksandr Usyk is giving me. Like he said, he's doing something that he wants to do now, and he was open to the fight. He was excited about the fight because it's something new, it's something different. We're bringing new eyeballs to combat sports in general. We're colliding two worlds together, kickboxing and boxing, to make the sport of combat even bigger. So, like I said, super thankful. For a lot of people that do not know, Jason Statham is one of the people that initiated this opportunity. So super thankful to him, and of course also His Excellency, because they were talking about it and he said, let's do it. And then first we got the opportunity to fight Anthony Joshua because of the tragic accident that got derailed. And then this opportunity came across. So super happy and thankful to be here.
Thank you, Rico. We're just going to move our way down the table then. Firstly, great to have the great Peter Fury in the house with us as well here this evening. Peter, welcome. Just talk to us about your experience so far. You've worked with a lot of great fighters, but how's everything clicking together in the gym with this man? A new challenge for you as well as a coach.
Well, we go back a long way, actually, about 15 years. So I've always done the boxing side with Rico and his trainer, Dennis, but for kickboxing. So now it's a different ball game because it's boxing. Styles are different, stances, and 1 to 100, you name it. But if ever there's a guy who likes to climb Mount Everest, it's Rico Verhoeven. And he's a phenomenal person. He's just like Usyk. He's like Usyk in his beliefs, really nice guy, and he's a credit to the sport. So I can't speak highly enough of him. It's not going to be as easy as what people think it is, because nobody's here. He's not coming for a paycheck. He was offered a lot more money in other sports. He turned that down for this one. So he's super enthusiastic about it. And look, of course it's a difficult challenge. I think Usyk is the best heavyweight in the world, and he's earned it. And he's got my total respect. I think he's a fabulous guy. But look, this is a sport we're in. It's heavyweight boxing. Anything can happen when that bell goes. And, you know, Rico, he's not coming to make the numbers. He's coming to win.
Thank you, Peter. We're going to throw it over to the other side. We have Jacob Chitsky from Team Usyk as well. Jacob, welcome. Great to have you here with us. Your friend here, your teammate Oleksandr Usyk, many believe he has already completed the sport of boxing. What do you think it is that keeps him so hungry and makes him such a unique fighter?
I appreciate great question. In answer, I would put it this way. On this stage of Alexander's career, as a team, we focus not really on opponents. Opponents, it's, I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but when Oleksandr is ready, he can win with everyone. So we focus, the really challenge lies in maintaining safe, maintaining effective training process. And if you tell me about be hungry, about the motivation of Oleksandr, so this process now going very well, and I think so that training is something what motivates Oleksandr now.
Okay, thank you, Jacob. And just finally on Rico's side, before we hear from the fighters, Kareem, welcome, long-term manager and partner, of course, on the business side, commercial side with Rico Verhoeven. I just wonder, from your perspective, as someone who's been by his side for so many years, what have you noticed about his mind, his focus, since this fight has been announced? Have you ever seen him perhaps like this before?
Yeah, to be honest, his focus hasn't been different from since I met him, I think 12 years now. This guy outworks everybody, and he's so focused and so confident. And he's used to sold-out arenas, he's used to the press. So without any doubt. I think it's not different than any other fight, other than that he knows he has to be 200% of himself.
Thank you, Karim. Let's hear from the fighters then on the stage this evening. Oleksandr, firstly to you, after all the years, as I say, many believe you have already completed the sport of boxing. What do you still love about what you do best, and what do you still love about the sport of boxing?
Олександр, ви сказали, що вже закінчуєте свою кар'єру. Скажіть, будь ласка, що ви найбільше любите в своїй кар'єрі?
Що я буду що?
Найбільше любите в своїй кар'єрі?
Listen, I love more boxing, my wife. Yes, but it's first. Listen, I love boxing because it's an instrument, you know. God give me a chance about boxing. Boxing help me look for friends, team, a lot of people who now, you know, we friendly now. We help each other. Boxing, for me, instrument. Boxing is great, but I love life. Life is great. Thank you.
Rico, for you, you've dominated the kickboxing world for many years now, but when you look at this opportunity, look, you're back in a boxing ring as well. You've had one professional boxing fight, which you won by knockout as well. But to jump straight in with Oleksandr Usyk, why was it only the biggest and best challenge that interested you, do you think?
Because I've been dominating the sport of kickboxing for over a decade, facing the best, beating the very best, having that target on my back for years and years, like Oleksandr has on his back for the last few years, that everybody's like chasing because he has everything that the other guy wants. And with that being said, for me, looking at it, like I said, I set the bar so high for the next generation of kickboxers. I was like, okay, I don't feel like I'm finished, but I want to do something, but I do want to do something different. So with that being said, I was hoping for like a crazy crossover fight or crossover sports, maybe with MMA or with boxing or whatever. I was open to it. So then first of all, of course, the AJ fight came about. I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. That's like the crossover fight I've been looking for. Well, that tragically derailed, but then this fight occurred. I was like, wow, this is even bigger and even better. And to be honest, like, we were the ones that put it forward. We were the ones putting it out there to the promoters, like, hey, we have an idea. What about undisputed versus undisputed? What do you think? And they said, we love it. I said, okay. So, and that's how this fight came about. And yeah, it's, like I said, it's something very special, and it's such a unique location. So it's like going back in the days when we had the Rumble in the Jungle. Now we have the Glory in Giza.
I spoke to your good friend, Rico, Tom Aspinall, on the DAZN broadcast a couple of weeks ago. He's a big fan of yours and a big fan of your chances in this fight to cause Oleksandr Usyk problems.
Yeah.
What problems do you believe, stylistically, you can cause Usyk in the ring that many have tried but failed to do?
Well, of course, thank you, Tom. Appreciate you so much, my brother. And what I believe is that the puzzle of boxing, Oleksandr solves multiple times, too many times already. And I think this is a puzzle he hasn't solved yet. So I'm going to bring kickboxing angles, bring a different type of puzzle. And like I said, I'm a big unit. I'm like 125 kilos. So that is something that he's going to feel.
Oleksandr, what do you believe makes Rico dangerous, and how excited are you to figure out this new puzzle?
Listen, it's a fighter, you know. I feel on the serious for this fight. I prepare 100% discipline, control, but 24, 23 in May will look great fight.
And you have told us, Oleksandr, you have 3 fights left in the world of boxing, starting with Rico, then you said you wanted the winner of Wardley Dubois, and then a 3rd fight with your friend Tyson Fury. Okay, I don't want to call him that in case you can call him that, I can't, I'm too scared. But in terms of what Tyson Fury has said recently about only being interested in facing Anthony Joshua, how does that affect the 3-fight plan for Oleksandr Usyk?
If Tyson Fury send the fight with AJ, I do step back.
And watch, as a fan? Who do you think wins that fight? You've boxed both of them twice, you've been...
AJ win. It's future undisputed champion, you know?
Does that make you feel pretty good, Eddie Hearn, hearing that?
Amazing. The table nearly flew off.
Rico, when you've seen the fight in your mind, it was interesting seeing your prediction. You've talked about the best way for you to win would be a unanimous points decision. Can you tell us why you feel that way and what you meant by that?
Yeah, if you look at it, like how amazing would that be? Being in the ring with the very best and winning enough rounds to win the fight. Is that something that's realistic? I don't know. But we're aiming for the sky, so why not? Let's put it out there and let's see what happens.
Last couple then, Oleksandr, as the elite boxer out of the 2 here, do you accept the pressure is on you to win this fight on May the 23rd? Rico coming into your world.
No, it's not pressure for me. Listen, it's just fight. It's a boxing fight. It's a normal. I prepare for this fight. Everything okay.
Final words then, Rico, to you. When you land your best shot, what do you believe can happen? Just tell the world how you believe you become world champion and become the first man in a professional ring to beat Oleksandr Usyk on May 23rd.
Well, when I land my best punch on him, of course he will go down because it's like a 20-kilo weight difference. He's like a build-up cruiserweight. So, and I'm like a naturally born heavyweight. So that's a big difference. So that's what's going to happen if I land my best shot clean. And if not, yeah, we're just going to win.
What do you think of that, Oleksandr? A built-up cruiserweight? What do you make of Rico's prediction? If he lands his best shot, you'll go down.
I bet predictor. We'll see.
What is your promise to the world of boxing, Oleksandr? How do you see yourself winning this fight? What is your final message you'd like to leave?
Wonderful. Wonderful winner.
Okay, thank you, Oleksandr. Ended in brilliant Oleksandr Usyk fashion. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming to today's press conference. Then we are going to bring Oleksandr Usyk and Rico Verhoeven to the front of the stage for a face-off. That was interesting. Thanks for watching.
Fascinating, wasn't it? And it is, as Oleksandr Usyk said, it's going to be wonderful. The countdown to Usyk versus Rico is officially on, and the only place to watch the fight is on DAZN, and here's the best way to do it.
The first rule of DAZN Ultimate is the first rule.
You do not pay per view.
You do not.
You do not pay per view. Do not pay per view.
The Ultimate Fight Night is
here.
Second rule of DAZN Ultimate. Second rule, you don't pay-per-view.
Because Ultimate gives you a minimum of 12 pay-per-view fights a year at no extra cost. You do not pay per view. Join us ringside and welcome to DAZN Ultimate.
Yeah, there are plenty of reasons to sign up right now. So many huge fights coming your way with a real heavyweight flavour. Just look at that. Okoli versus Joker next weekend, April the 25th in Paris. Wardley versus Dubois, May the 9th. And then Hrgovic locks horns with Dave Allen. And then the big one on May the 23rd is Usyk versus Rico. Right, well, the two fighters, Oleksandr Usyk and Rico Verhoeven, are facing off as we speak.
Undisputed world champion.
Pretty respectful, as we expected, Tony.
Of course, it's always the same from Alexander, and you know, Rico, this is his first rodeo. Yes, he's been involved in big bouts and in big attractions, but nothing of this magnitude in his career. He'll never have as many eyes on him as he's got now, and as many people paying attention to him, so it's all new to him.
You've been in camp, Malik, with Usyk. He doesn't get bothered by any of this. He takes it all in his stride. But how does the likes of Rico, how does he beat someone like Oleksandr Usyk, who's been there, done it all, and then some?
That's tough because I believe Oleksandr Usyk has not just done it all, but he's seen it all. Every style, every size, every stance. Like, he's just seen it all, and I just don't think Rico will present anything different. I heard him up there, he said, well, he's coming from a kickboxing background, so his techniques and angles will be different. I just don't see, if anything, I believe they will be different to a fault of his. I don't think his angles and things like that are as elite as boxers.
What Malik's saying is right. But the only thing, when he says I'm coming from kickboxing angles, believe you me, he's seen that. Because we've all tried different things. I tried things, Fury tried things, Joshua tried things, Dubois tried things, Chisora tried things. Everybody has tried a different approach, and he figures all of us out every single time. And although Rico maybe is slightly different, he'll feel what we all felt.
Tony, you've been in the position, you've stood in a face-off like this against Oleksandr Usyk. What's it like? I mean, he's a hard man to read. He doesn't give much away at all, does he? No.
Believe you me, the first man to move away from this stand-up, it will be Rico Verhoeven. Oleksandr will not move. And he done the same with me. In the end, it got boring. We were there for about 5 or 6 minutes, and I was like, I knew he weren't moving. And for him, this is the first battle. Trust me, he won't move.
Well, neither fighter will want to give an inch, Malik, at all. Tony said, how long did you say you were? 5 or 6 minutes?
5 or 6 minutes, we were there.
Could be in for that right now, because Rico won't want to give. Oleksandr Usyk certainly isn't going to give.
He'll stay there all night. Believe you me, he will stay.
This is where the first battle is won to him, Tony.
Of course. It's like, there you go.
There you go, it has been broken.
So they're both being turned away at the same time because neither wants to give it up. But as for Alexander, he knows. There's no break in this guy, Anna. There is no break in him.
So many have tried. If we talk about Rico's fight, I mean, we've said he's had one professional boxing bout 12 years ago. Is that going to be enough, do you think, Malik?
I don't think it's going to be enough, but if you ask me anything that I admire and love his taste in as far as the fight, it's just the coach that is with him. Peter Fury, to me, is very imperative in everything that happens.
And he's been with him a long time, 15 or so years.
Yes, and Peter Fury is very familiar with big heavyweights. I'm not sure if he went against Usyk before, but he's familiar with the game, so Rico has something good in his corner concerning coaches.
Eddie Hearn just having a quick word there with Usyk. Wonder what he's saying.
He's probably saying, I don't know how many times I have to sit across from the table then to try and get a victory, but I'm doing it in any way possible I can. He sat across the table about 6 times.
Fair enough.
Listen, Eddie gets on with him. We all think the world of him. He's just a... Do you know what? It's even worse when a guy beats you up like Oleksandr, because he's just a great guy as well.
Exactly. You can't not like him,
can you? Not like him. He's just an unbelievable guy and an unbelievable fighter.
Yes.
In terms of kickboxers, though, let's just have a quick word. The likes that have transferred from kickboxing to boxing, we've got Dillian Whyte, world champion, did it all as well. Vitaly Klitschko, George Groves as well.
Yes.
But like we say, one fight, what is he going to need? What was he going to have in his arsenal to beat pound-for-pound star that is Oleksandr Usyk?
He's going to need what Tony Bellew had. He's going to need what Derek Chisora had. And these guys came up short. both Tony, I would say Chisora had the engine. You have to have the engine. Chisora would tell you, I'm not into boxing training, I'm into conditioning training. And that's what I don't know if he have the engine to even do something good the entire night. He's never been on this level before, and it's going to show.
I love the fact that he will just work the room as well, Oleksandr Usyk. He will go round, do the rounds, as is Nico, though. I mean, Rico, he looks very relaxed, doesn't he, to say that he's getting in the ring with someone of Usyk's caliber?
He will be, Anna, because he's been in big fights before. He's been in big, dangerous fights against big, strong guys before. Something I wanted to touch up on there that no one's really touched up on. He's got absolutely nothing to lose here.
But does that make him even more dangerous, do you think?
That's exactly what it does. Yeah. It makes him more dangerous. It makes him more live. But Oleksandr Usyk, he doesn't buy into the pressure. He doesn't buy into, I've got it all to lose. He's just on his own planet. He's like, he exists in his own world, literally. And his world is, he goes to work, he works relentlessly hard, and then he just gets ready for fight night.
Well, it was interesting that he actually said up in the press conference that, because I don't think boxing is Usyk's life. I mean, he loves it. He's obviously done incredibly well at it, but it's not everything to him. And I think that probably is what makes him a little bit special as well.
Yes, he's a very spiritual man. He loved the married life. He loved his kids. He loved his family. Kind of remind me of one of his opponents, Tony Bellew, as well. So, like, yeah, and you heard what his answer was up there. He said, I love life. I love boxing, but I love life. And when he meant by he used boxing he looked at boxing as an instrument, he looked at boxing as a object that was able to connect them to so many beautiful things and so many beautiful people, and they're all able to help each other today.
In terms of setting, we haven't really spoken about that. It's going to be rather special, isn't it? The backdrop, the shadows, the Pyramids of Giza. How special is that going to be, Tony?
When he says an instrument, he's become the master of the orchestra.
Yeah, he has.
He plays that instrument perfectly, and he's mastered it. But for now, this is a different challenge. It's a whole different scenario. It's a whole different setting. And for once in a long time, he's now got to go to a place he's never been before. It's going to be a strange surrounding. It's going to be different. And I think Rico might just get in with him and just jump all over him, because I think that's the only way he can upset Oleksandr Usyk. There's no point in trying to have a boxing match with the man who's the master boxer.
Yeah.
Just get in and make this horrific for him. Make it hard. Jump on his chest and don't stop. Don't stop until you can't no longer go. And I think that is the only way. And I think he might do that, because I think that's the only way I can give him any kind of chance.
Yes, and I also believe that's what Derek Chisora did. Yeah. He didn't waste no time. He went right at him. Tony was telling him, Derek, stay on him.
He came fairly close as well, Derek Chisora.
Absolutely. And I just believe the engine, the gas tank, what you have inside has everything to do with how you're going to compete with Oleksandr Usyk. It's not about skill, Captain Obvious. He's one of the most skilled. You have to have the engine and the spirit.
Yeah.
He might be physically stronger than Derek. Derek's a very, very strong man. He's very physical. But this guy is a better athlete than Derek Chisora. So he might be able to get hold of Usyk and be rough and really physically,
especially early on.
Yes.
Tony, yes.
And the wrestling side should play a factor in this fight, because if he gets hold of Oleksandr Usyk, in the kickboxing world, when they get into clinches and stuff like this, it plays a big factor in fights.
Yes.
If he gets hold of Oleksandr and is allowed to maneuver him around and wrestle, and maybe it's kind of called bull wrestling. It's really hard and it's gritty up close. If he can do that to Oleksandr, this could be a really hard, messy night's work. And I don't think he's ready for that. That's the only side that I haven't seen Oleksandr ready for.
But that's the intrigue. That's where the questions are that will be answered on May the 23rd. It is a stellar undercard as well. Which of the undercard fights are you most looking forward to see? For me, Hamza Shearer's getting a shot at the world title.
He deserves the crown,
absolutely.
He's been waiting so long. Yes. He deserves a big fight. Being inactive of late, that'll not be down to him. He lives the life. He's now under the tutelage of Andy Lee, a brilliant coach from the Kronk. Sanchez-Torres is going to be a really good fight, and Jack Catterall, the second chance comes now.
It's a must-win fight, isn't it, for Jack Catterall? There's a lot on the line for him.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to Sanchez and Torres, though, not just because it's a title eliminator, but these guys were supposed to fight before on the previous card. The fight fell through, and Torres, believe it or not, he's the only American that's in the top 10 on the ring, and he's the only American or fighter heavyweight division that's calling out the gifted Moses Atama.
How good is he, Malik? How good is he?
I think he's very good. He has He's a decorated amateur, Tony, and he's a southpaw. And guess what else he is? Something you just said that Usyk won't have to be ready for. He's very physical on the inside, very physical. And speaking on that, I know we keep bigging up Usyk, but guess what he does 3 times a week? Wrestling.
Yep.
So even if I know, Tony.
Throw that in the mix as well.
I don't understand how it
how tiring that is.
Yes. It's and listen, when it comes to mixed martial arts, I believe, in my opinion, the most important discipline in mixed martial arts is wrestling.
Yeah. Yes.
It's the one discipline that gets you into trouble, can get you out of trouble, can save you at times. And it is so exhausting when a wrestler and I've done it a little bit, when wrestlers get hold of you, you are in a world of trouble, especially when they know what to do.
Crawford.
Oh, yeah,
That's
exactly.
why he has no problem with people that may be stronger than him when they get in the inside, because he manhandles them.
You see what he done with Canelo?
Yes.
And the wrestling background stands him in great stead.
I just love this. There are so many permutations, aren't there? And what could happen? Before I let you go, you know what's coming. Is there a chance? Is there a chance that Rico could shock the world?
There's always a chance, because when 10-ounce gloves go on and guys who are close to the vicinity of 20 stone, and Oleksandr Usyk heavyweight now, anything can happen. If he was to beat Oleksandr Usyk, would it be as big a shock as when Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson?
Absolutely, it would be. Absolutely.
For me, I'm not so sure, because Tyson was a 49-1 on, and it's never been that before. He won't be 49-1. Rico Verhoeven, maybe 10-15, but he won't be 49. I don't think he's going to, no, and I think he'll make it interesting for 3 or 4 rounds. And that's if he goes in and goes wild. I expect him to go in that ring and show Oleksandr no respect. Right? He's showing him respect now.
Yes.
Throw the kitchen sink at him.
If he's going to have a chance, he's just got to go in, let his hands go, and not stop. And then I think that'll offset Oleksandr Usyk for maybe 3 or 4 rounds. Once them 3 or 4 rounds pass and he's figured it out, I'm sorry, but you're banging trouble.
Can he? Can Rico? Can he do it?
I would have a much more fair answer if Oleksandr Usyk didn't live very good on the outside of the gym. His outside life is so good. Those fighters that live just as good on the outside of the gym as they do on the inside of the gym, anything is possible, but the possibles is very much put at a minimum when you're dealing with guys like Oleksandr Usyk. He really does this.
Well, before we get to May, we have a couple of great fights coming your way this weekend. Let's just tell you about those. We head up to Glasgow on Friday, don't we? Very much looking forward to this. Friday night, it is the eagerly anticipated rematch between Nathaniel Collins and Christabel Lorente. And then on Saturday, we stop up in Liverpool as Ben Whittaker takes on Suarez. Also, Molly McCann and Joe McGrail also on that card. But it is May the 23rd that the fight we all want to see, don't we? As Oleksandr Usyk and Rico Verhoeven go for glory in Giza. Hope to see you there.
Yes.
Oleksandr Usyk, the genius of modern boxing. What a performance! What a statement!
Don't miss the biggest nights in MMA.
We are now set for the main event.
Champions of the world.
There's all to play for, which is so exciting. These teams have to come in here and give it their all.
Have a real nice tempo. Goes baseline, watch out.
Oh, my! Oh, baby! All the way down the runway for a big-time throwdown.
That's a lot of fans out there.
Look at that. The drama keeps continuing, Jenny.
This is just brilliant.
He strikes. Starts as you mean to go on.
But this is the danger of the top two guys, and that nuclear weapon that is.
Oh, hello, goodbye. Score! In the back of the net. And shoots. Score!
Of Serie A action. We'll bring you so much of it here on DAZN.
Magnificent. That is tremendous.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Going deep for it all. Devontae Smith. He has got it. Touchdown.
Your Eagles are world champions again.
The Zone is the home of boxing.
Really spurs you on, gets you going.
Let's make history. Pure power. There's no way back from this, surely.
Don't miss the biggest nights in MMA.
We are now set for the main event.
There's all to play for, which is so exciting. These teams have to come in here and give it their all.
Have a real nice tempo. Goes baseline, watch out.
Oh, my! Oh, baby! All the way down the runway for a big-time throwdown.
That's a lot of fans out there.
Look at that. The drama keeps continuing, Jenny.
This is just brilliant.
He strikes. Starts as you mean to go on.
But this is the danger of the top two guys, and that nuclear weapon that is.
Oh, hello, goodbye. Score! In the back of the net. And shoots. Score!
Of Serie A action. We'll bring you so much of it here on DAZN.
Magnificent. That is tremendous.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Going deep for it all. Devontae Smith. He has got it. Touchdown.
Your Eagles are world champions again.
The Zone is the home of boxing.
Really spurs you on, gets you going.
Let's make history. Pure power. There's no way back from this, surely.
Don't miss the biggest nights in MMA.
We are now set